Hey, this is Frederick from Fimble Winter, and you're watching CMS TV.
It is Chris Akin Presents, and I, of course, am Chris Akin. And today on the show, we are going to get very, very heavy with the music. This is a killer band that comes out of the pieces of another killer band, but they're in for they have a brand new band put together called Fimble Winter. New single is out there, When the Sun Comes Out at Night, and here to talk all about it is the guitarist of the band, Mr. Frederick Anderson. Frederick, how are you, man?
I'm good. Nice to meet you, and nice to have this chat.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to tell you, Frederick, right off the start, I am super excited to talk to you. Two reasons. One, ginormous fan of the old band, and we
Okay.
won't. I'm not going to get into the old band probably much at all, but love it, love it, love it, love it. Which made me very excited to see that there was a new band coming. Now we get the new band. There's been a few singles that are out there, including the new one, When the Sun Comes Out at Night. It's not a copy, which I love even more. It's got its own feel, it's got its own direction. It's not leaning into the old band just to try to get quick clicks and quick attention. So let's start there, man. Tell me about forming this band and if you were indeed trying to push yourself away from the music you made in the past.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've there wasn't really an intentional plan when we started playing. We started out just actually jamming out the first Amarth demo at Nico's, the drummer's birthday party, because he wanted to play the songs that he played back in '94. He wanted to play them again, and so we just started off doing that, and then we had so much fun playing together, so we decided to try to write some music of our own and actually become a band. And when we started gathering the riffs that we have, we just we found that we had a bunch of riffs saved up that we hadn't used in any previous constellations of our band. So we just put it together and made these songs. And I think yeah, we never had the intention to try to sound like Amon Amarth or try to sound like a certain band. This is just what came out of what we had already previously in our banks, so to say. And then, of course, when you start working on material, you get new ideas, and so new riffs also comes up and emerges. So it was just it's been a natural progression, I think, finding our own identity.
Sure. Would it be if you guys wrote something now and one of you in the band heard it and said, that's a little too much like Amon Amarth, would you scrap it or would you say, well, too bad, we're not there anymore. We're doing our thing.
I mean, I don't think if I mean, we do have some riffs that obviously sound like Amon Amarth, but then it sounds like old Amon Amarth, like pre 2006 or something like
Okay.
that. So it's nothing compared to what they sound like right now, I think. So, and we haven't really, uh, we haven't been in that position. I think there's been like one or two riffs that Anders felt that they were maybe a little bit too similar to something, but I mean, we just write the music that we think is good and what we like and what we want to hear. So I would, if it were, if it would happen that it was something that sounded like Amon, I think we still get away. I mean, it still will sound a little bit different because we have a certain sound with our chemistry together and the way that we actually produce the song. So I don't see that as a problem at all.
Right on.
Yeah, I
Let,
guess the yeah future will tell.
yeah, exactly. Well, let's dig into this a little bit. First, even before I ask you about the single, just because I'm not well versed at all in my Nordic mythology, I guess, can you tell me what a Fimble Winter is?
Oh, well, first of all, I have to say that our band is not. we're not dwelling into the Viking mythology or anything like that. Our lyrics has nothing to do with it. The name of the band, we took it from the first demo from Amarth, which Anders and Nico played on, which is called "The Arrival of the Fimble Winter." So we just when we played our first show, we needed a name, and we were playing that demo, so we just said we call ourselves Fimble Winter, and then that's just stuck, and we just kept it. But we don't do none of our lyrics are Viking themed or Norse mythology themed. But the Fimble Winter is the it's like a long cold winter that precedes the Ragnarok, like the end of the world. So that's the meaning of it. I happen to know just because. Yeah.
Right. You can see though where that could be confusing, right? Because the name is so very Nordic and your
Yeah.
music is very not that.
Well, I mean, I think that we still have the Nordic feel in the sound. Maybe we just don't dwell
Hmm.
into the in that themes lyrically. So, I mean, I to be honest, I don't think we don't really pay that much attention to like the different genres in the scene or whatever. Like different things are popular at the moment. So we just write the music that we love and that we want to play, and the name, it's something that is a part of our history, and like something that we felt that it felt right at the time, and it feels like it's a part of our I don't know, DNA or like
Okay.
whatever. It's like it's something that describes where we come from, so it fits, I think.
Right on. Well, Frederick, when you guys are writing music together, how do you come up with it? Is it you coming up with a riff or somebody coming up with a riff, or does it start from a lyrical idea? I mean, how do the songs come together?
It's mostly from different riffs, and it's pretty straightforward and very easy actually. I just if I come up with a couple of riffs, I just send them over. We have a like a Dropbox folder. I just put it in the folder. Nico gets some riffs and he put them in there, and then it's Anders who just puts everything together, and he puts his magic fingers to it and adds his riffs to the mix. And in the end, I think he probably is the main writer of most of the stuff. So most of the stuff comes from him, but he also he gets ideas from the riffs that we put there. So it's all it's like a teamwork. And then we start working on lyrics after that, and usually Clint writes some pretty intense, long lyrics, and we have to shorten them down and make them fit to the song. So, but it's a fairly easy process. Anders is a machine when it comes to writing songs. He put together like 8 songs in a matter of a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So we just and that's where we picked these 2 singles from that, and then the rest we're going to use for the next upcoming album.
Okay, so there is a full album coming.
Yeah, we're in the process of writing more songs for that, so we have a full album with new material.
Okay, excellent. Well, let's talk about When the Sun Comes Out at Night. Obviously, the title alone makes people kind of step back and go, "What?" It's definitely like you got to think about it a little bit.
Yeah.
What it's very unsettling, really. What emotion or image are you guys trying to put in people's head with not only that title but with the song itself?
Well, the song is it's the music is it's all Anders fault. No, but he wrote that song, and I think it's amazing. This, as you say, it does have like a haunting feel to it. It's kind of distressed, or you feel kind of unease listening to it in certain ways. And yeah, it was just it. I think well, Clint wrote the lyrics, and they just fit very well with the song. I'm not so much into the like the meaning of the lyrics. I think that it's up to everyone to interpret them the way they want themselves. But I know that he wrote it with the intention of um, the feeling when uh, you like truth when the truth unfolds and you really can't grasp the reality of it or something like that.
Sure.
It's like yeah, it's a distressed emotion, I guess.
Right on.
Hey metalheads, tired of waiting for new episodes? Crave the real raw classic metal show? For just $4.99 a month, you can become a CMS VIP. You get every episode a full week early, completely uncensored and 100% commercial free. It's the only place to interact directly with the show, plus you score the Fast Pass, so your song requests get bumped straight to the head of the line on every live version. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe right now at classicmetalshow.locals.com and become a CMS VIP today.
Is that kind of the direction that Clint's going to take lyrically for the whole album, is kind of reality, but kind of like almost like that shock factor reality of you see something,
Uh,
but it's not what you think you see type of a.
I can't really tell. We have like two more lyrical ideas that are we're working on, but we haven't come that far. And I think it's if you look at like the last single, Crown of Ash, Crown and Ash, that's a different story. It's more about um a kind of discovering your own like if you come out of something really stressful and a hard situation and you realize that the price coming out of it was just surviving basically. There's no crown that you receive in the end. So it's very, I think he all the lyrics that we've written so far, also on the EP, it's pretty they're very
Mhm.
self-evolved, I guess. Like and then they're kind of you can read different meanings into it. So it's like I think it's up to everyone to interpret them the way they want to.
Sure. Are you okay if people interpret it completely differently than you guys do?
Sure, absolutely. I mean that's art, right? You feel a certain way with how you feel emotionally when you listen to music or when you read someone's lyrics or something like that.
See, I might argue that one with you because I know I write books. And when I write a book and somebody reaches out to me and says, well, obviously you were saying, bup, 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 and I'm like, whoa, I didn't say anything like that.
Yeah.
For me anyway, it kind of hits different. It's got to, maybe it doesn't bother you, but is it at least weird when you guys have a song and somebody completely comes up with a different meaning to it?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's a bit weird, and you're like, uh-huh, okay, but you have to respect that person, that the way the way it hits them. I mean, they have a different kind of baggage in their life, and they have a different experience that they dwell with. So it's all you have to like, I guess, take the information that you get and apply it to yourself, and then something else might come up. I mean, for example, we have one song on the EP that is about the singer's friend that passed away suddenly, and I have other friends that listen to it and they read the lyrics and they're like, "Oh, this is obviously about Tompa Lindberg who passed away," and I was like, "No, it's not," but I mean, it could be.
Sure.
I mean, it might as well be, but it wasn't intentionally.
Right on. Tell me about working with Johan Lindstred.
I have to be honest, I was not involved in the
Okay.
process at all. So it's he because Marco, who's also in the Crown, mixes our has been mixing our song. So they worked on that separately in Marco's studio. So we he just sent it over and we heard it and I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
But
And
I did reach out to him and ask if he wanted to sing a few lines on the song. So I'm very happy he agreed.
Yeah, I mean that's a big name. That's a legendary death metal name.
I mean, I'm
To
a huge fan of The Crown. I've been even since
same.
like from the first album and The Burning. Like always looked up to them, like and what they created. So I'm really sad to see them putting the music on the shelf. So, but we'll see. I mean, they have other projects and
Sure.
they will continue creating music. So that's fine, I guess.
And everybody always seems to find their way back to it. It's that you know as well as anybody that music gets in you. You cannot get it out. You have to come back to it.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. I think you can't really stop being a musician once you've started, in some ways at least.
Sure. Well, Frederick, obviously, when you're putting music together and you're releasing music, the goal is for people to hear it. And the best way for people to hear it is always getting out there and playing it. So tell me about playing live with this band and what you intend to do maybe in 2027 when I'm assuming the album will be out.
Hmm. Yeah, we've been a little bit limited since Clint is from Australia, so we had to kind of work out logistics, and it's been a bit tricky, but we did manage to get him over here now in June, and we did a bunch of shows in Europe here, some festivals and some club shows. And it was great playing our music for the first time, so it really fun. We had a great time. We always have fun together as well. So we have a bunch of shows confirmed for next year, and I think one of them is announced so far. We're gonna announce more whenever they are ready. So yeah, absolutely. We're gonna release the album. We're gonna get out on the road and get up back on stage and play. Even our Nico, who hasn't really played death metal drums for like 20, 30 years or something like that, he um, said that he was a little bit nervous about getting up on stage, but after the first show, it's like, I want to do more of this. And we're like, yeah.
Right on.
Just,
With you guys being spread out all over the world like this, does that make maybe the target to be more of festival season over there in Europe where you can get somebody over for 2 or 3 weeks, but you can reach the most amount of people?
yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to figure it out as we go, and we do realize that maybe sometimes it's not going to be possible for the whole band to be at the same time at the same place, and then we need to figure out if we need to get like if we already have a fill-in for Anders actually because he has a very tight schedule with his family and everything. So we did two shows without him and had a friend filling in on guitar. So I mean that's of course it's not optimal, but at least when you play the songs live and they sound the same that they would be anyway. I don't think it's not a big deal. I mean, a lot of bands do the same thing, so it's not the end of the world. But it's obviously not optimal. But what can you do? You can you can't be at two places at the same time, and you have to realize that we are grown-up men, and everybody has families and
Sure.
life commitments. So you kind of have to respect that as well.
Right on. Well, Frederick, obviously Swedish death metal has really become a genre on its own. I mean, it really for forever death metal was just all lumped together, which made no sense because when you listen to I don't know, you listen to you guys and you listen to Cannibal Corpse, it's obviously two very different things, or
Yeah.
Morbid Angel or whomever, and it never made sense that it was all lumped together. That said, with Swedish death metal as a kind of a genre itself, does it make it easier to get noticed or does it make it harder because there are so many bands that have come out of maybe not out of Sweden, but out of the Swedish style of death metal?
Yeah, I definitely noticed, and this is something that happened a few years back, that the term Swedish melodic death metal or mellow death kind of got overcrowded. Like people started to be like, Eh, I've heard all the bands. I heard all the music. So people start paying attention to it, and kind of noticed because we are definitely uh, uh, we are in that genre. That's where we position ourselves. And I've noticed a few are like, well, I mean, yeah, I've heard all the melodic death metal already. So and yeah, I can agree to some extent that that's the case, but I mean, I do think that we still have more to give in that. I mean, there's more to explore about it. There is, and also I think that a lot of bands have kind of evolved away from the original sound of melodic death metal or Swedish death metal. So what we bring is a kind of a reunion with that
Sure.
old sound, and we bring like new, fresh ideas that hasn't really been explored into it. So yeah, I don't know why, or if it's helped or if it's been negative. I don't know. I mean,
Well,
I,
I mean, I'll tell you from outside looking in perspective, I would say it hurts it for one reason only. Once you have bands that start to have some success, a Soil Work or uh, Amon Amarth,
yeah,
when once you have that happen, you see everybody tries to recreate that instead of growing the style, like you were saying. Everybody just tries to pigeonhole it. Well, if they're doing it this way and they're successful, then we
yeah,
should do it that way.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and I think that does hurt, growth as a musical style.
Yeah, it becomes more like a cloning competition, and I
Mhm.
mean, I definitely noticed that when At the Gates released Slaughter of the Soul, there was like 100 bazillion
Right.
that started to copy that sound, and it got overcrowded, and people got bored of the same sound. Um, so yeah, I think we try to not lock ourselves to a certain like sound or something like that, but it's still what this is what come out when we start writing music, so we can't really help it. It's just it is what it is.
Sure.
We can't sound like Cannibal Corpse, like even if we
Right.
tried.
Do you ever hear stuff that you guys write and say, you know what, that sounds way too much like something else we've done already?
uh yeah, I mean, we there was there's been a few riffs that have come up where it's like, yeah, no, this is a little bit too similar to that song already, but we do try to make every song interesting in its own way. So it's not that we're locked to a certain formula or something like that. We try to kind of make every song interesting as much
Right
as
on.
possible.
Definitely. Well, Frederick, here on this show, we tell everybody if you're going to stream something, that's fine. Give it a listen, give it two listens, whatever. But then go buy something. Buy a vinyl, a hat, a shirt, a keychain, whatever it would be, an MP3. Buy something to support the band. With that said, where do we tell people to go to buy something from Fimble Winter?
Well, right now we are mainly selling everything ourselves because we've been doing this do it yourself
Sure.
so far. So it's our Bandcamp, I guess, and we take care of everything ourselves. I pack and ship everything
Right. That's
by
Fimble
myself.
Winter Central right behind you, right?
Yes, yeah. We do have some licensed merchandise in the US from visionmerch.com. So it also reaches back to us eventually. So that's maybe easier if you're in North America. But otherwise, I mean, we're not here to make money or to like this is just this is our um we can't not be a musician.
Sure.
We can't stop being musicians. So we just and our goal is just to release music and get out on the road and play live shows. And obviously, yes, support from fans buying the merch, and that's we're grateful, and that's absolutely helps. But it's not this is not our livelihood, so it's just we produce whatever we can and try to sell it as much as we can.
Right on. Well, I hope it becomes your livelihood because from what I've heard so far, it's fantastic.
Thank
Fimble
you.
Winter, when the sun comes out at night, fantastic. There's other singles up there on Spotify or wherever that you can check out as well to get a good feel for what's going on with this band. And Frederick, is there a website or the best place, or is the best place Bandcamp for you guys?
Yeah, the Bandcamp. I mean, we just find us on socials. We're on Instagram and all the Facebook. Not on. I don't think we are on Snapchat. That's
Okay.
I couldn't. We haven't been able to figure that out. But all the others we're on.
Right on. Well, one more time, it is Fimble Winter. When the Sun Comes Out at Night is the single. It is fantastic. You should definitely check it out. And Frederick, this has been fun. Thanks for joining me here on Chris Akin Presents.
Thanks for having me.
Want to watch the classic metal show on your big screen instead of your phone or computer? Now you can with the Rumble app. The Rumble app is available on most smart TVs and streaming devices. Just download the app, open it, and search for Classic Metal Show. You'll instantly get access to all the latest episodes on demand. Plus, catch the entire live broadcast every Saturday night and watch exclusive live-streamed events as they happen. Download the Rumble app today, search for Classic Metal Show, and subscribe now. The Classic Metal Show. Metal. Talk. Streaming live and on demand.